So how does this differentiate from traditional low-code platforms or traditional software delivery approaches? So we are combining actually the capabilities of packaged software, since you can just pick the components off the shelf, build new ones if you need, and merge them into one composition. And these aspects are also referred to as a microservice architecture in low-code, since traditionally a microservice architecture is integration in runtime. So you have several microservices been deployed with their own UIs, with their own orchestration layer, with their own access control layer, and their own data integration layers. And that makes it hard to manage and to distribute. But actually, the advantages of that microservice architecture is the flexibility. And since we now combine that with low-code, we can use those components as microservices, but integrate them in design time. So we are using those components to weave them in design time into a monolithical model. And that model will deliver an integrated user interface, an integrated data model, an integrated process layer, and an integrated access control layer, while the adaptivity of the composition is still there. Because at any place, at any time, you can just change the composition, change the microservices architecture, and redeploy a new application. And in many cases, we got the question, okay, how should I integrate this into my existing landscape? So since each component can also act as an integration component for existing third-party application, you can have components that are interacting with packaged software solutions like you see here with SAP and Salesforce. So there are components on the shelf that can, for example, interface with SAP HR, that retrieve resource data from SAP, do rostering, capacity planning, maintenance planning, etc. within the components, and then send back leave requests or approved leave requests to SAP. And with those integration components, you can just embed the solution within your landscape and start at any point where you have a need.